Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Guandao. If it sounds Chinese to you, that's probably because it is. It is in fact the Chinese variant of a moonblade used within Shaolin martial arts. And to be honest, it looks frigging amazing. Now at the moment there is a bit of a debate between what is better, the Guandao or the Orthos Prime. Now, there's actually a little bit more into it as to just simply what one is better, and it is quite easily shown by bringing them both up. Now you will notice that Orthos Prime does have a lot of red when compared to the Guandao, but the thing that should stand out to you is one, the increase in attack speed, and two, the status chance. Now hopefully if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that status is generally preferred, not just by me but by a lot of people, because doing a status proc gives you a variety of other things you can do, particularly those corrosive ones because it's doing EHP damage. So doing corrosive procs to heavily armoured targets is very useful, and as well as because it has that status chance which you can then increase by the dual stat elemental mods, condition overload is a very viable source of damage, so that could potentially help you bring up the lower damage end of the Orthos Prime. You could also possibly compare it to Kasheg, because the Guandao and the Kasheg both share the same attack speed. However, you will notice that the Kasheg has slightly higher damage, an increase in the status chance, but it lacks out on the critical side, and being the fact that the Guandao is a critical weapon, it can at that point then lead to more damage than the Kasheg, because the Kasheg, it's got a tiny bit of crit, a little bit of status, but not really too much to work with. So really, in general, what I would say is if you're going up against unarmoured targets, the Guandao is going to be your point of call. If you're going up against armoured targets, or seriously going into late game, the Orthos Prime will probably do better. That doesn't mean to say that the Guandao cannot handle its own at higher levels or more heavily armoured targets. I have taken to using it with Harrow, using his 4th ability. It gives it an extra push. It's not a needed push, it just helps a lot, as well as the fact obviously the immortality period is really useful. So there are ways to bring it up to a higher level. However, I would say if we're going to go to higher levels, whether it be armoured or unarmoured targets, armoured corrosive, unarmoured viral, Orthos Prime combined with the slash procs would be more worthwhile. However, this weapon will certainly suit you for sortie levels quite easily. It rips through quite a lot of enemies. So what I'm going to show here is 6 corrupted heavy guards at level 100. I'm not using the buff from Harrow's 4th ability. It's not the most damaging thing, but you can see it builds up using obviously the Blood Rush combo multiplier, increasing that critical chance, which then increases the critical damage, and it does do some fair amount of damage. What we have here is 6 bombards, 6 corrupted heavy gunners. These are at level 150. Going to be utilising Harrow's 4th ability. Already you can see I've got some nice shiny red numbers. The damage is considerably higher, and you are able to chew through some of these enemies a little bit quicker. So Harrow does help in a way, but this weapon doesn't particularly need Harrow's help. It does wreck, it does tear through the standard game content, especially the star chart, very easily. So as always, what build am I using? Now there's nothing actually particularly special about this build. Blood Rush, Berserker, just to combat that low attack speed. It's got the lowest attack speed of the pole arms, shared with Kasheg. Fever Strike and Shocking Touch for the corrosive, Primed Reach obviously, Organ Shatter obviously, Drifting Contact and Prime Pressure Point. Now I've seen a lot of people say you can use Shattering Impact just to help chew through the armoured enemies. Honestly, I've not seen too much point for it, but that's just me. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!